The 1950s, an era marked by polka-dotted dresses, coiffed hairstyles, and the golden age of Bollywood. The Indian film industry was bursting with new ideas, fresh faces, and a vibrant energy that was reflected in the films of the time. Take a step back in time with me as we delve into the enchanting world of 1950s Bollywood. This decade, often referred to as the golden age of Indian cinema, was a turning point for the industry. It witnessed the release of some of the most iconic films and saw the rise of legendary actors and actresses who would go on to shape Bollywood for years to come. The decade kicked off with the release of two landmark films in 1950, Bimal Roy's Madhumati and Raj Kapoor's Barsat. These films not only set the box office on fire, but also established new standards for cinematic storytelling. As we move forward into the mid-1950s, we witnessed the emergence of Guru Dutt, who took the industry by storm with his unique storytelling style. His film, Pyasa, released in 1957, is still considered one of the greatest films ever made in Indian cinema. The 1950s also saw the rise of the melodrama genre with films like Mother India and Do Ankan Bara Hath. These films were not just commercial successes, but they also touched upon social issues that were relevant at the time, making a profound impact on audiences. In this decade, we also saw the birth of the iconic on-screen pair, Raj Kapoor and Nargis. Their chemistry was palpable, and their performances in films such as Shri 420 and Chalia are still remembered today. The 1950s was also a decade of musical innovation. Legendary composers such as S.D. Burman, O.P. Nayar, and Shankar Jaikishan introduced new styles and rhythms that would define the sound of Bollywood for years to come. As we reach the end of the 1950s, we see the release of Mughal-e-Azam, a film that is still considered a masterpiece of Indian cinema. Its grandeur, storytelling, and performances set a new benchmark for Bollywood. To sum up, the 1950s was a decade of transformation for Bollywood. It was a time when the industry evolved, setting new standards in storytelling, performance, and music. This era gifted us some of the most iconic films, actors, and music composers who continue to inspire and influence the industry even today. And so the golden age of Bollywood continues to shine, casting its warm, nostalgic glow on the annals of Indian cinema. So here's to the 1950s, a decade that truly was the golden age of Bollywood.